I'll be honest, the transfer fee is a transfer fee. I don't think that really matters too much. I think it's more about getting the best players you can get through the door and be in the squad, and certainly we've done that this summer. And you know, all 4 players are going to be great players for this club, I can tell, and all different stages of the career, and obviously Paul being the last ones, it's massive news. It's gone on for a few weeks, and I think he's delighted as much as anyone that it's done now and he can focus on his football. I've said all along since I've been here, this club needs the best players in the squad, and to push each other and challenge each other as much as anything, and certainly we've been given that this summer.
And it feels like a really good feel-good factor around the club now that Paul Pogba has signed as well. Obviously a tremendous young player, but quite a character as well.
Yeah, I mean, since all the new players have come in, the team spirit's just gone up and up and up. So, I mean, everyone's ready for the new season. We've all got the same mentality, the same mindset, the same goals. We all want to win, so it's just exciting for everyone.
Yeah, I think it's a bit special now, signing for this club. He played here before, and I think he's home. He feel like this is his home, and we all are really happy to have Paul again in Manchester.
You know, everyone's different, and there's a couple of big personalities that came into the dressing room this summer, and I think it's good to have. I think, as you said, you need a good mix. You need a good mix of experience and a bit of youth, and different characters and different personalities to sort of keep everything bubbling along. And at the moment, it feels good. It feels like a good mix, and that's only a small part of it. You know, we need to get down to business now and start winning football matches.
I think looking at the signing of Paul, it seems that the club have sort of made a bit of a statement getting him back in. But what can he add to this Manchester United squad? Well,
he's a midfielder that can do everything. He can go forward, he can sit if you need him to sit, he can score goals, he can create goals, he can defend. So he's an all-round player that in any team he'd be a benefit. So we're just lucky to have him at this club.
He seems to be a real personality. We know that from working with him before, but I mean, he's back with a bang now, isn't he?
yeah, he's now again in Manchester, and with all the friends, with everyone here, and yeah, he looks like he never left the club. He stays here always, and he's really good for the team. I think it's good to have a mix of young players and experienced players, and I think that was what we have in the team now, and I think it's really good with the young players. They did really well. They train really hard, and it's really good to see.
Yeah, it's amazing. I mean, like you say, they've been there. They've won trophies. I think Zlatan's won 30 trophies. Wayne, Michael, one of the most decorated players in football. So there's a lot for us to learn from, and not only me, there's a lot of young players coming through, so it's good times for us and good times for the older players as well.
And we talked about what you can learn from Zlatan, for example, but I suppose the challenge this year is to learn from him but also put pressure on him, isn't it? So you know, you're making yourself better along the way, but also trying to get into that team.
Yeah, of course. In training, competing with each other every day, so that's the whole team. So we're only making each other better, and the bigger the squad we have, the better the squad that we have. It's good for all of us.
Looking at last season, of course, someone like Marcus Rashford burst onto the scene. How did he sort of fit in with the squad and sort of get stuck in like that last year?
I think you can't buy that in sort of that youthful sort of exuberance and enthusiasm, and you know, Marcus is all that in abundance. As soon as he came into the squad after that first game, and how he's taken his sort of game on level by level since then. I think every time he's played, he seems to have gone up a notch, and now just looks so comfortable playing at this level and being around the squad, which is great to see. And I think he obviously was one of the shining lights of last season, and give everyone a big boost. And he obviously, as an individual, he's still got a lot of work to do, and all the years are ahead of him. But that you can't buy that sort of what that youthfulness brings, and the energy that it brings around the place. And you know, I'm sure there's more to come from players below and to get into the squad in the future.
What's he been like to have in the squad?
Yeah, I think he's a special talent. He's really good player. He's really quick with the ball in his feet, and he's so young and he played really well. I really like to see him in Manchester with us. He's an amazing player.
And when we look at last season, of course, David De Gea had another terrific season, another reward for him as player of the season. But I suppose as a team, you almost don't want him to win that again this year, do you? You don't want the goalkeeper to win that. You want someone else to do it.
Yeah, of course. I mean, it's not ideal. David's been so good for so long now. You sort of tend to take him for granted a little bit, but he's such a special goalkeeper. Yeah, you're right though. We want really the attackers to be player of the season for scoring so many goals and winning us trophies, but I'm sure that'll happen.
It must also make you a better player to be training day in, day out with David De Gea in goal, someone who's obviously such a terrific goalkeeper in his own right. How does that improve you, and what are his best qualities, do you think?
Well, it's difficult to say, because in games there's shots that you might take that would go in or trouble the goalkeeper, but in training sometimes he's even catching them, so it's a bit disheartening, but it's only making us all better. That's for all of us as well. So it's amazing to have a keeper of that stature and quality in the net for us.
So you have to be even sharper in training, perhaps, at times than in matches.
Definitely.
Why not? I think he's a really good finisher as well. He's a good dribble. He has a lot of great things with a special talent. He can be one of the best.
But I suppose that's a way where talented players help each other out, don't they? Because he stretches you as a goalkeeper and you make him better as a striker.
It's good for both. He's trying to score and I try to save the goals, and I think it's good for us, yeah.
Side in Eindhoven in the Autumn Cup last week. And Tommy Martin's side beat the likes of Borussia Mönchengladbach and Barcelona on their way to the final, with young Callum Gribben scoring this fantastic goal against the Spanish side.
Not a bad goal, this. Not a bad goal. Look at that. You see, he gets the ball there, edge of the box. Now there's 6 players round him. He shouldn't really score here. He's predominantly left-footed and he's on the right-hand side, so he's going to come in on his left foot. If you run that just on now, and I'll talk you through, he goes in between two, goes on his left foot, and nobody's expecting him to come back on his right foot and finish like he did. That's six players were around him when he finished that ball. That's just one of the talent that Man United have got coming through. It's a goal that he shouldn't really score, and somebody should have made a tackle on him. But it's the way he moves the ball, it's the way he manipulates the ball. We call that a chop. Chops it back onto his right foot. Keeper's committed. He's got that. That is a very, very good goal from a young lad.
Messi-esque.
Messi-esque, I'll give you that.
There was, however, some controversy in the final. Anderlecht had a man sent off, but the game finished 0-0, sending the tie to penalties. United were asked to nominate a player to not take a penalty, so that both sides had an equal number of takers. United chose their goalkeeper, Muta Sebtawi, as their non-penalty taker, which the referee okayed. But when the Reds' 10th player came to take his penalty, the referee sent him away, ordering the goalkeeper to come and take it. This caused a lot of arguments before the eventual penalty from Muta Sebtawi, which he missed, meaning Anderlecht took home the trophy. I hope you understand all that.
That's very well explained, by the way. Yeah. Very well explained. The keeper there is absolutely devastated.
Yeah.
Look at the poor lad. He didn't want to take a penalty. He was told he wasn't going to take a penalty. And what happens in that instance? You switch off. Your concentration switches off. And he knew he wasn't. And then he was told he was. Which side do I go? He didn't know what the hell he was doing at the time.
Very disappointing, isn't it? Technically, the referee right butts away.
Yeah, it's difficult. You know, if we'd have known that situation, then he'd have got his mind right. But, and they end up losing it, which is not good.
I know, disappointing. On a positive note, new youth player Taith Chong impressed, winning the attacking player of the tournament award for his eye-catching displays. Goes by the name Chongi to his teammates. Dion, we can see some footage of him joined United this summer.
I'm not sure how he gets away with having that hairstyle, because I wouldn't be able to see where I'm going, to be fair. That's why I have no hair.
It's like Bebe when he first came, do you remember? Manager wanted him to get his hair cut.
He's a talented lad. He's got a lot of confidence, tries things, gets free kicks in the right areas. What I did like, though, he's not rolling about all the time, getting up, carrying on. And I think, again, another bit of future for Man United. Goes down there, gets up again, don't mind that at all. And he got himself a goal as well.
He was coveted by both Chelsea and City before joining United from Feyenoord.